friends, welcome back to Agape Science and Baking. I'm Tiffany.
My name is Avery.
And today we're going to answer the question, why are some cookies crispy and other cookies chewy?
Mom, are you forgetting something?
No.
Mom, it's Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
What?
I forgot to get Daddy a gift.
So did I.
So what can we do? Is there anything you can think of we could make?
Oh, I've got it.
What?
How about red velvet cakes?
Ooh, red velvet cupcakes. That's an excellent idea. Okay, first we have to see if we have all of the ingredients. Let's see. Let me pull up the recipe. Got it. So we're gonna need eggs, cocoa, vinegar, red food coloring, baking soda.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's go and see if we can find those ingredients, okay?
All right, friends. I think me and Avery got everything that we need to make our red velvet cupcakes.
We've got our
Eggs, buttermilk,
yeah.
vanilla.
Yeah. Baking soda.
We've got,
Two different cocos, but we'll figure that out later.
yeah, we'll figure the cocos
We
out.
got butter, vinegar,
And is there anything else that we need to make cupcakes?
frosting.
And we do have the frosting.
We forgot the frosting. We don't have time to go to the store.
No, we don't. So, I did find some white chocolate almond bark. I say that we use this and we can make petite mini cakes instead of cupcakes. Sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay. And wait a minute. We're missing red food color.
Oh, friends,
This is the problem.
we forgot the red food coloring. We even don't have time to go to the store for that either.
No, we don't. Okay, we gotta figure out a way to make red food coloring to color our red velvet cake. Do you have any ideas?
Yes.
What is your idea?
How about we should look in our science lab?
That's an excellent idea. Let's go to the lab and see if we can use science to change our brown velvet cake red. Oh, but before we do that, how about we ask a brains at work question? Friends, today's question is, do you know what a chemical reaction is?
Oh, I know.
What is it?
A chemical reaction means that maybe it's because that you think that you're making something.
I think you may be close. Friends, do you guys have any ideas at home on what a chemical reaction may be?
Just tell your parents. If you be right or wrong, that's okay.
How about this? Let's go ahead and head to the lab, and then after some time of seeing what we do, maybe you guys can come up with a better answer, and we'll check back with you later in the show. What do you think?
Great idea.
Okay, so we're in the lab, and we have to figure out how to make red food coloring from the ingredients that we already have, and it has to be edible, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
We know that we need to create some sort of chemical reaction with our cocoa powder to turn it from brown to red. Do you have any ideas?
No. No ideas for me.
No ideas, okay? Oh wait, I've got an idea.
Oh.
What if we check our science box? See if there are any clues in there. What do you think?
Sure. Oh, go get them.
Okay,
So we got vinegar,
okay, we've got vinegar,
baking soda,
baking soda,
ooh, and this purple cabbage. How are we going to use this purple cabbage?
purple cabbage.
How are we going to use that
I don't
purple cabbage?
But we do know that vinegar is an acid, baking soda is a base. Oh, and we mix them together a lot of times when we make volcanoes. They fizzle and they bubble, right?
Yeah, and I remember something.
What's that?
that when we had one of these little baking soda things, one of those little baking sodas, we made slime.
We did make slime. Okay. So, I think I've got an idea of where our science box is trying to get us to go. Okay? What we're going to need to do is make some cabbage water. Because I know that when you boil cabbage, purple cabbage like this, it makes the water dark purple. And I'm thinking that that might be a good pH tester for us. For those of you at home that don't know, you can get litmus sheets which help you decide whether or not something is acidic or if it's a base. So let's go boil our purple cabbage and then let's add some different amounts of baking soda and vinegar and see if it changes colors for us. What do you think?
Sure.
Good idea?
We only have one cabbage.
That's okay because we're going to boil it down so it should make a lot of water for us. So we can try a couple of things. What do you think? All right, friends, let's go to the kitchen. Okay, friends, so we finished cooking our cabbage and separated the cabbage water into 6 small mason jars. And then we went through the house and found some items. You can use whatever you have at home. We have plain tap water, pickle juice, lemon juice, baking soda, vinegar, and regular table sugar. You could use salt. If your parents drink coffee, you could use black coffee. And we're doing all of this to check which ingredients, if any of them, are going to change the color of our cabbage water. Remember that our cabbage water is acting as a pH indicator, and depending on whether or not something is acidic or a base, it should change the color. Go ahead. That's fine. You can move it. Let's see. And here, can you give it a little swirl?
What's this?
No, just the jar. Just pick the jar up and do a little swirl. See if it works. Any change? No change? Okay. Put it down. Can you open the vinegar?
The vinegar?
Yeah, you just moved it out of the way.
Oh, sure. Not open it.
You can't open it?
No.
All right. Let's see here. Come and help you. I don't pour all of it. I'm going to pour some in there.
In there?
Nope.
In the answer?
Right here. Keep going. A little bit more. That's good.
Changed.
Did it change? Whoa! Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's a bit pink.
It is a bit pink. Okay, let's put that one there. Next is the baking soda. You don't need to shake that one. Here, so you can use, yep, you can use this and then put it right there in that third one. Scoop it up.
Scoop the baking soda.
Yep, and we're going to put it in the jar. Okay.
Does that make a change?
Actually, I think it made a little change.
What? Wait.
Add some more. Let's add some more. Do you want me to put it all in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dump it?
Yeah, let's, well, I think we're gonna make a mess if we just dump it, but let's try. And
Let's try the change. Did it change? Yes, I see the bottom.
you see the bottom? Okay.
It's new change.
It did change. All right, Mommy's gonna go in and stir and see.
It changed. Oh, look, it's more blue. Look at that.
Perfect.
All
Try
right.
this.
All right. Now mommy wants to try this. I'm gonna stir this and see if this doesn't change or not.
Did it change?
I don't think so.
It did not.
Actually, it looks a little green, but that's okay. Let's go to the,
This one?
yeah, let's go to that.
I
Got
couldn't open it.
Okay.
But I'll pour it in though.
Let me sit it.
Can I pour it in this little baby cup?
Actually, no, it's got a little squirt. So just kind of squirt a little bit in there. See what happens.
Oh.
You see it all.
I think
I'm
that
sorry?
one is red.
I'm starting to see a pattern. Are you starting to see a pattern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Now
I'm
we're-
starting to think that this is red.
It does look a little red, and that looks a little pink. All right, try your pickle juice. See what you get.
Oh,
Yeah, might as well. Mm.
let me try to mix it.
Wait. It doesn't need to mix. It mixed. So that one, you're good. So that one's like dark pink, almost still purple. And let's try the water on the end.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Oh, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh, I did.
So that didn't really change colors, but you know what? That gives me kind of an idea. I'm gonna pour a little bit of water in here. So this is what mom sees. So the water is filtered water. So it's distilled, filtered water. And it didn't really change the color at all. Everything stayed blue, which is kind of the neutral color because that's really the color that we started with. Let me pour some water in here. Oh, we have enough. This is kind of like a blue-green color. It's kind of hard to tell, but I can tell. And this is a dark blue-green. So what have you noticed? So what changed? What 3 items really changed the color? Those 3?
Yes.
Okay. And this one was the vinegar. This one was,
The lemon juice.
and this one was,
The pickle juice.
okay.
I love pickle juice.
And everything else kind of got like, stayed the same or kind of got like a darker blue-green. Okay.
Friends, point to the ones that are the normal size that they've been. You're right. That one, and that one.
So what this is telling me, we said at the beginning that vinegar is an acid. So it looks like the acid turned the cabbage water red. So that means that the lemon juice and the pickle juice are also what? That means that they're the same, so they're acids, right? So it looks like we can get a chemical reaction if we use acids. Now,
Pour some more of that.
well, hold on. Now, the other ones, we know that our baking soda was a base. And we put our baking soda in this one right here. So these two kind of have the same effect. So this one definitely, which means that it is the other two are what? Acids or bases?
Acids.
Bases.
Bases.
Yeah, they're bases.
But first we need to add a little more of that and that.
You wanna keep going with the cabbage water? Let's see what else you can find. We'll save that for after. And friends, don't throw away your cabbage water if you have extra, because I've got a really cool experiment that I saw you can do with your leftover cabbage water. Okay, friends, so we have finished doing all of the basics to our batter. Creaming together our butter, sugar, and eggs. We've added in the flour. Our cocoa, which we went with the Dutch red processed cocoa instead of the normal cocoa, because as you can see, the regular cocoa is just a more dark brown, but that red cocoa is a deeper brick kind of red. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to tell if our science experiment worked until after we cook it in the oven. So you guys will have to stay with us for that. But it does bring us to our brains at work question about chemical reactions. So, Avery,
Yes?
you've had time to think, and can you tell our friends at home what you think a chemical reaction is?
A chemical reaction is baking?
Well, baking does have a lot of chemical reactions in it. But think back to the science that we did with our cabbage water and adding vinegar and lemon
I
juice.
got it.
What is it?
Maybe it's just making colors.
Part of it, absolutely. Friends, do you guys have any ideas at home? You guys are all on the right track. A chemical reaction is when you mix one or more things together and you change its composition and you create something new. For instance, when we mixed our vinegar with our cabbage water, we created something completely different. It changed it from what being like a dark blue-black color to being red, right?
Yeah.
That's the same thing we want to happen with our cake. We've mixed in our cocoa powder. We actually have our vinegar here. We're going to mix this with a little bit of baking soda. And then we're going to, that's a third of a cup. But that's not what we've got in here. We've only got about a teaspoon of vinegar. And we're going to mix in some baking soda. And we're going to fold that into our red velvet cake. And then we're going to cook it into our little bitty cakeettes. All right, guys. We will check in with you after we finish this so you can see the final results. And Avery, I think you still have a Valentine's Day card to go make.
Oh, I do.
All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back to show you the final results.
Okay, friends, so we got our first batch of little mini cakes out, and we did little lip shapes that have a heart in the center. They did not, in fact, turn red.
They turned it brown instead.
They did stay brown. And you stop picking off of the cakes. Come here. We are letting them cool, and then we are going to go ahead and dip them in our white chocolate and sprinkle some different colored sprinkles on top to make them all fun and festive.
Yeah. And then we all have to taste it.
And then we get to eat them, which is going to be the best part. They still taste delicious. To give you a backstory on a red velvet cake, before the 1930s, red velvet cakes were made with absolutely no food coloring. They were used with the Dutch processed cocoa that we used earlier. And there's something that has to do with the mix of the vinegar and the buttermilk with that specific type of cocoa that creates a lighter kind of brickish red, not necessarily the fire engine red you're used to seeing. Around the 1930s, Mr. Adams, your favorite extract guy, went to one of his favorite restaurants, and he decided that he would make red food coloring to actually make these cakes look red. And so he would create box cake mixes with his food coloring in it, imitation butter, imitation vanilla, everything that you needed to make these cakes look fire engine red.
Even if he forgot the red part, he can still use the almond bars so that way he can fix them like some little cakes, badges, things.
Absolutely, but he was trying to sell his own red food coloring. So they posted the recipe with the red food coloring in women's magazines. They made these box cakes. And of course, before you knew it, everybody was making red velvet cakes with food coloring. But that is not the traditional way to make it. Yeah. The way we did it actually is. How did it taste? I saw you nibbling.
Good.
You say it loud so they can hear you.
Good, everyone. Good.
And the term velvet actually refers more to your buttermilk and your vinegar creating a fluffier, more velvety cake mix. So that's why you also see blue velvet and maybe green velvet cakes out there.
You could say purple or pink.
You could make any color velvet cake. Thank you guys so much for spending time with us today and helping us make red velvet cakes. You guys have a good one.
Don't
Bye.
forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Loves you too. And God always will love you.